Hello everybody, I'm Harsimrit and I welcome you to our session on the U, ear and UA sounds. All these are diphthongs. We have to take care to glide from one sound to the other. We will practice the sounds in words and identify them in sentences. We will also have a lot of activities and games in order to enjoy the session and reinforce our learning. So let us begin with the U sound. First, I'd like to sensitize you to the sound. Please repeat after me. U, U, U. What you would notice, and I hope you've been listening carefully, is a slight E component, a Y and an U. U. U is not really a vowel sound, but since we make a lot of mistakes in certain words where this combination of sounds is used, we thought we would take it up under a category of sound. Please repeat after me once more. U, U, U. Now let's look at some words in which the U sound is used. Please repeat after me and loudly. New, new, few, few, due, due, illusion, illusion, dilute, dilute, cute, cute, cue, cue, confusion, confusion, view, view, diffusion, diffusion, circular, circular, distribution, distribution, contribute, 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 secular, secular, virtue, virtue, future, future. So these were some words in which the U sound is used. I would like you to practice all these words. Please keep in mind that we tend to make mistakes when we say these words. Next, we have an activity for you. I hope you'll be able to pick the U sound now that we practiced so many words. In this activity, you have to identify the word with the U sound. I'll read out 3 words. One word would have the U sound, and you have to pick that word. Let me begin. The first combination of words, dew, blue, moo. Dew, blue, moo. Next, collision, confusion, combination. Collision, confusion, combination. Next, distribution, distortion, disorganize. Distribution, distortion, disorganize. Next, social, soothing, secular. Social, soothing, secular. Next, fruit, fusion, fiction. Fruit, fusion, fiction. I hope you've been able to pick all the words with the U sound. Now let's discuss the answers. In the first combination, dew, blue and moo, the U sound would be in dew. Next, collision, confusion, combination. The word confusion would have the U sound. Next, distribution, distortion, disorganize. We have the U sound in, you're right, distribution. Next, social, soothing, secular. Secular. That would have the U sound. And the last question, fruit, fusion, fiction. The word fusion would have the U sound. So I'm glad to hear that you've been able to pick all the words with the U sound. Let's move on to the U sound in sentences. These sentences are printed in your workbooks. I hope your workbooks are open and I hope you do have your pens or your pencils ready. I'm going to read out a few sentences which have words with the U sound and I want you to underline all the words. The first sentence. She bought a new dress from the market. She bought a new dress from the market. The U sound is in the word new. Next, they distributed the sweets in the school. They distributed the sweets in the school. The U sound is in the word, correct, distributed. Next, the customers were standing in the queue. The customers were standing in the queue. There is one word in which we use the U sound, which is, you're right, queue. Next, the van used for taking the patients is called an ambulance. The van used for taking the patients is called an ambulance. The U sound is in the word ambulance. Please repeat after me. Ambulance. Barbie is the cutest doll in the world. Barbie is the cutest doll in the world. Cutest. This word has the U sound. Now please repeat these words after me and loudly. New. New. Distributed. Distributed. Queue. Queue. Ambulance. Ambulance. Cutest. Cutest. Good. Now we have a conversation for you. I would like you to listen to the conversation carefully and identify all the words with the U sound. The conversation is called A Day in the Bank. A Day in the Bank. Hi, I want to open a new bank account.
You have to stand in that queue and get the account opening form.
I have already got the form, but I have one confusion.
What is the confusion?
Which account should I open?
If you want to save your money for the future, then open a savings account.
Thank you, officer. You gave me a nice solution. Let's listen to the conversation once again. Hi, I want to open a new bank account.
You have to stand in that queue and get the account opening form.
I have already got the form, But I have one confusion.
What is the confusion?
Which account should I open?
If you want to save your money for the future, then open a savings account.
Thank you, officer. You gave me a nice solution. These were the words with the U sound. New, Q, confusion, future, and solution. Now let's move on to the next sound, which is the ear sound. It's a diphthong, so we have to take care to glide from one vowel sound to the other. Everybody, e, as in the schwa sound. Ear, 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 ear. And try not to have a year sound in the middle. It's not ear, it's ear. Just try to say ear, ear. And one way to remember the sound is with the help of a very simple word. The ear. When I'm naughty in class, the teacher pulls my ear. Once more, everybody. Ear. Good. Now let's move on to a few words with the ear sound. And I want you to continue the good work. Repeat them after me loudly. Near, near, dear, dear, earlobe. This part of the ear is the earlobe, earlobe, fearless, fearless. I'm sure all of you are fearless. Cheerful, cheerful, clear, clear, sheer, sheer, peer, to look very closely at something, peer, interfere, interfere, smear, smear, tear, tear. And please don't confuse this with the tear. Tear is to tear something, but tear is the teardrop associated with crying. Sneer, sneer. Everybody once more. Near, dear, earlobe, fearless, cheerful, clear, sheer, peer, interfere, smear, tear, and sneer. Good. We have an exercise for you. I'd like you to be ready with your workbooks and your pens. It's a match the column exercise. In column A, we have some definitions. In column B, we've got some words with the ear sound. And you have to match the columns. I'll read column A. State of happiness, laughing at someone, being afraid of something, meddling with others' affairs. And the words in column B are fear, interfere, cheerful, and sneer. So please take less than a minute to complete the exercise, and then we'll discuss the solutions. State of happiness is cheerful. Laughing at someone, sneer. Now, laughing at someone not in a positive sense, actually making fun of somebody or treating somebody with contempt, that would be sneer. Being afraid of something, fear. Meddling with others' affairs, to interfere. So that was an easy and constructive exercise. Next, I'm going to read some sentences in which there are words with the ear sound. I want you to underline all the words with the ear sound in your workbooks. The first sentence. We should not interfere in others' work. We should not interfere in others' work. I think that was an easy one. The ear sound is in the word interfere. Next, she was wearing lovely earrings in her ears. Very easy indeed. The word ears and earrings both have ear sound. Next, when the team won the game, everyone cheered. When the team won the game, everyone cheered. I think all of you know that the word cheered would have the ear sound. It's so obvious to the ears, isn't it? Good. Next, we love our near and dear ones. We love our near and dear ones. Near and dear both have the ear sound. The last sentence. She had tears in her eyes when she got hurt. She had tears in her eyes when she got hurt. So she was crying, and the word tears has the ear sound. Now let's move on to the next activity. Here we have a passage for you. And what you have to do, you have to underline the words with the ear sound. So it's like this activity, except that I would simply read the entire passage and you have to pick all the words. Only at the end of the passage will I discuss the solutions with you. I got up on Monday and saw a clear and blue sky out from my window. So I decided to go to the market near my house. I went to a jeweler's shop to buy earrings for a friend. There I saw a fearful sight. A man was holding a knife and asking for money. I didn't go inside and peered through the glass. Then I called the police quickly. When the police came, they went in with the gun and arrested the thief. Everyone was relieved and cheered at the police. Then I went inside and bought lovely earrings for my dear friend. So that was an action-packed visit to the jeweler. Have you been able to identify all the words with the ear sound? If you haven't, we can read the passage again. Do it this time. I got up on Monday and saw a clear and blue sky out from my window. So I decided to go to the market near my house. I went to a jeweler's shop to buy earrings for a friend. There I saw a fearful sight. A man was holding a knife and asking for money. I didn't go inside and peered through the glass. Then I called the police quickly. When the police came, they went in with the gun and arrested the thief. Everyone was relieved and cheered at the police. Then I went inside and bought lovely earrings for my dear friend. I hope you could identify all the words in which the ear sound was used. I'll list these words and I want you to practice pronouncing them along with me. clear, clear. Near, near. Earrings, earrings. Fearful, fearful. Smear, peered, peered. Cheered, cheered. Earrings, again, earrings. And dear, dear. I'm sure you could identify all the words because we've had enough practice by now. Now let's move on to the next sound. The next sound is the OO sound. I want everybody to repeat after me. OO, OO, OO. Now this diphthong consists of an oo sound followed by a schwa sound. So it becomes oo and OO, OO, OO. Let's practice enunciating this sound in a few words. Poor, poor. Sure, sure. We are quite used to saying shore instead of sure. Now shore would be the area close to the sea, normally full of sand or sometimes it's rocky. That is the shore. This is sure. Next, tour, tour, and not tour. That's another mispronunciation. Tour. Next, cruel, cruel. Next, dual, dual. Usual, usual. Casual, casual. Manual, manual. Now this is manual. Sometimes we say manual. Okay, let's stop saying manual and start saying manual. Sewer, sewer. Moor, moor. Actual, actual. Try not to say actual, try to say actual. Fewer, fewer. Visual, visual. So we have practiced pronouncing several words with the OO sound, and we've learned that quite a few words are mispronounced habitually by us. I would like to bring your attention onto another word. S-E-W-E-R, not sewer but sewer. Sewer. Let's take care to correct our pronunciation of all these words. Now let's go on to identify the OO sound words in an activity. I want you to look down in your workbooks. You'll see a square filled with letters of the alphabet. What you have to do is identify the OO sound words hidden vertically and horizontally. So use your pencils to underline those words or to draw loops around them, and then we'll discuss the solutions. I hope you were able to find at least 5 words. At least 5. You were, that's wonderful. And some of you could find even more. Here are the words. Dual. And please repeat them after me. Let's not miss out on a single opportunity to practice pronouncing these words. Dual. Poor. Moor. Fewer. Sure. Cruel. Doer. Once more, everybody, quickly. Dual. Poor. Moor. Fewer. Sure. Cruel. And doer. Next, we take up some sentences in which there are words with a ua sound. I want you to listen carefully as I read the sentence and also underline the relevant words in your workbooks. The first sentence. The poor man did not get any shelter in the rain. The poor man did not get any shelter in the rain. The word with the ua sound is yes, poor. Next, we should always be kind to people and should not be cruel. We should always be kind to people and should not be cruel. The word with the ua sound is cruel. Next, Sonia is going for a world tour with her family. I wish I was going on a world tour. Sonia is going for a world tour with her family. The ua sound word is tour. Next, she was very sure of winning the tennis game. She was very sure of winning the tennis game. The word sure has the ua sound. Next, her usual routine included going for a morning walk. How many of us go for a morning walk? All of us should be going and some of us do. Her usual routine included going for a morning walk. So the ua sound would be in the word usual. Usual. The last sentence. The sewer got blocked due to the rainwater. The sewer got blocked due to the rainwater. The word with the ua sound is sewer. Everybody, please repeat these words with me once more. Poor, cruel, tour, sure, usual, and sewer. Now we have another conversation for you in which you have to identify words with the ua sound. The conversation is titled Tour to Jaipur. Hi Jasleen, how are you?
Hi Harneet, I'm fine, thank you. I heard you are going for a tour to Jaipur.
Yes, you're right. My dad was going for his office tour, so we are going with him. It will solve a dual purpose. He can do his work and enjoy a holiday with his family.
That's nice. Carry a traveling manual with you. It will guide you in a new place.
Sure, I will do that. As usual, I was already thinking of doing that.
Also, be careful of the thieves who might be disguised as poor people.
Yes, thanks for telling me. Wow, I'm so excited. I can visualize the whole tour.
Yes, it will be fun. Enjoy your journey.
Thanks again. Now we have another activity for you. And this activity concerns all 3 target sounds. The ear sound, the ua sound, and the u sound. What you have to do is fill in the blanks to make meaningful words, and we've given you some hints. With this, we'll be able to complete the passage which I'm going to read out, and it will make complete sense. The passage is given in your workbooks. Please have your pens ready. I'm going to read the passage now. I'll give you the time to complete the word. I'll also give you a hint in order to help you. Sheena was a dash person, and it's a word with the EA, ear sound. Sheena was a dash person with a dash. We need a word with the UA sound, sense of direction. It was dash. We need a word with the UA sound. It was dash for her to go for a morning walk. She would generally go to the park dash her house. And we need a word here with the ear sound. As she lived in the mortal dash. We need a word with the ear sound. The mortal dash of getting dash. A word with the EU sound, and losing her way. Thus, she never got to know about the dash. Fill in the blank with an EU word. Dash park. We need to apply the same sound, EU, which was just a kilometer away from her house. I'm sure you've been able to complete the passage by now. Let me read it out for you once more with the solutions. Sheena was a cheerful person with a poor sense of direction. It was usual for her to go for a morning walk. She would generally go to the park near her house, as she lived in the mortal fear of getting confused and losing her way. Thus, she never got to know about the new, beautiful park, which was just a kilometer away from her house. Poor Sheena. With that, we come to the end of the session. Today, we've covered 3 sounds: the EU sound, the UA sound, and the EA sound. We've practiced lots of words with these sounds. We've of course reinforced these sounds through activities and all kinds of games which we've enjoyed a lot. I must stress on the need to practice these sounds when you go back home. We're not really used to these sounds. We tend to shorten them or to use them incorrectly. So please go back and do some practice. I shall repeat for the nth time. Practice makes a man, you're correct, perfect. Until I meet you again in some other session, bye-bye.